Sees now to a grim milestone in Gaza. More than 50,000 Palestinians have died since the start of the war. The stunning video captured a strike on a building in Gaza City, people fleeing for safety. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he spoke with U.S. Secretary Marco Rubio. Here's ABC's Matt Rivers in Tel Aviv tonight.
As the IDF expands its attacks in Gaza, and any talks of a renewed ceasefire between Israel and Hamas have stalled, tonight health officials say the death toll in Gaza now topping 50,000 since the war began. Nearly 700 people killed since Tuesday alone, says the Gaza Health Ministry. Hundreds more injured and aid still not getting in. The threat of a hunger crisis still growing. And like so many times before, thousands of Palestinians on the move once again. The IDF putting out multiple new evacuation orders, moving civilians, they say, in order to target pockets of Hamas fighters. Neighborhoods once again turned into battlefields. The IDF saying they'll continue to seize more areas in Gaza until Hamas releases the remaining several dozen hostages. And tonight, the IDF targeting Nasser Hospital, one of Gaza's largest still operational, saying a Hamas leader was operating from inside. One dead, many wounded in the attacks. And Gaza's most vulnerable, its roughly 1 million children, continue to suffer. UNICEF says at least 180 have been killed since Tuesday alone. A brutal return to war after 8 weeks of ceasefire peace.
And Lindsay, tonight the Trump administration firmly standing behind Israel, saying it had every right to restart this war after Hamas refused to keep negotiating. Hamas, of course, accuses Israel of breaking the ceasefire, but no matter which side you're on, the horrors in Gaza continue. Lindsay?
Matt Rivers reporting from Tel Aviv tonight. Thank you, Matt. We'll take a turn now to those thrilling finishes and nail-biters in the NCAA tournament. Let's bring in ABC's Ike Ajaji, who's been watching all the game action today in men's and women's college basketball. So, Ike, who's out and who gets to live to see another day?
Well, Lindsay, with a spot in the Sweet 16 on the line, the remaining teams left fans fearing for their brackets as big upsets and thrilling finishes made for an exciting second round. Now, the weekend starting with an iconic showdown. John Calipari and the Arkansas Razorbacks beating Rick Pitino and the St. John's Red Storm. But it was the nightcap that had fans on the edge of their seats. 6th seed BYU holding off a late rally from number 3 Wisconsin, beating them by only 2 points, reaching the Sweet 16 for the first time in more than a decade. And if you were still awake, number 8 Gonzaga giving the top seed Houston a scare. The Cougars holding on late, though. UConn's bid for a 3rd straight title ending tonight, falling to the Florida Gators by just 2 points. And top teams down to the wire on the women's side, too. Defending champs South Carolina rolling past Indiana, continuing their dominant run to a repeat. And Lindsay, as far those Cinderellas, McNeese and Drake, well, the dance has ended for them. But if you're looking for more long shots to possibly go all the way, there'll be more games tomorrow on the women's side as they continue the second round of their tournament.